Hello students, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you can hear me. It's very windy out here. I've got my notes. See, I've got my music stand and it's kind of propped up there, so hopefully the wind doesn't blow my phone off. If you would like to go get your parents and include them in viewing this video so they know what I'm saying, that's probably a good idea, as they can help you communicate with me to make sure you're getting what you need. First, I wanted to do show and tell. All right, this is my favorite baseball hat. Why is it my favorite baseball hat? Well, I have a brother that lives in Philadelphia, and he got this hat for me for Christmas. Every year, my brother organizes a baseball weekend, and lots of friends go together somewhere in the United States to see a baseball game. Let's see. 2 years ago, I think, was Kansas City. Last year was Houston. It's a really nice time, and it's a way to meet friends that I don't live next to, and we get together and we watch some baseball, 2 or 3 games. So I really like this since it was a present for my brother, and sometimes I get to go to Philadelphia to see the Phillies play. Let's see, what's next? Life changes. Well, I don't know how your life has changed in the last few days and weeks. I'll tell you, for me, I used to visit my parents all the time, and now I bring them groceries. They're kind of old, and I just wave at them from one side of the door, and then I leave. I ask them how it's going. I talk to them on the phone. The problem is I have a cough. I think it's allergies. I don't think I have probably the virus, but just in case, I don't talk to them within a reach of them, right? I'm always on the other side of the door. So that's been very strange. And I'm sure that your life has been sort of like that too. There's been changes. You're not at your school with your friends. Things are different. So hang in there. I know there are changes. Let's see, what else I want to talk to. Okay. Another change that I've seen that kind of affects you is we keep having online meetings, right? This is something completely new to me. I don't know how to do one of these. I'm just learning all this online meeting technology. We have meetings. Sometimes there are 10 people in a meeting, so you see 10 squares on your computer screen, and people can talk to each other. And sometimes if our microphones are all on at the same time, we can all hear kind of too much and it gets kind of confusing. Sometimes there can be 300 people in these meetings. Why are we having these meetings? It's because we're remembering you, right? Nobody has forgotten you. We're trying to come up with plans and ways to help you. One thing that you're going to receive very soon are packets with options. You can choose to do many different activities in these packets. So I know that life is different. You may not feel much different than you did a month ago, let's say, or you may feel very different. I don't know. You may have stressful things going on, or maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't want you to feel great pressure, you know, if that causes stress. But your teachers have come up with a great way of offering you choices in these packets. Right? Let's see. So now I wanted to talk a little bit about my role, how I might be able to help you. I'd like to encourage you to dig into those packets first. See what's there, because those teachers, I've been in so many meetings where they're talking about, we could include this in the packet, we could do this, we could do that, we could find a link for the students to work in this way, we could do this for the students. No one has forgotten you. Okay, I know this because I've been in a lot of meetings. Okay, there's been so much discussion about what can we do to help you. You have definitely not been forgotten in this, even though, just like I don't get to go actually talk to my parents, we don't see you 6 feet away from us, but nobody's forgotten you, and there have so many meetings to figure out how we could help you the best. So please get into that packet, right? You have a choice in that packet. You can work on some things that might be a little easier. You can work on things that might be harder, right? If you would like me in my role, since I teach kind of a special class, to get with you and adapt or change some of those assignments a little bit to make them maybe a little higher level, let's get together on that packet, okay? There's a desire with those packets, and so much work has gone into them to make sure that every good idea that any teacher has thought of is in that packet, right? So they've really worked hard on that. They want to make sure that every student has access to the same kind of good information. They want to make sure that every good idea we could think of is in there, and that every student has access to every good idea. So use those as a starting point, right? So what would my role be? We could work together on changing the packet a little bit, or if we've done that already and we've finished everything in the packet and you don't feel stressed out by me asking you to do something, you could have mom or dad send me an email and we'll get together and find a plan for you after that packet's exhausted. But let's start with that packet because it's a great amount of work that teachers have put in there to offer choices to you, offer you variety, and to make sure that all students have access to it. So let me know how I can help in the packet and then perhaps out of the packet a little bit. Just wanted to check in with you. I'll check in with you in a few days. Make sure everybody's feeling good, and make sure that you feel good about these packets. And probably above everything else, it would be very bad if you felt like people had forgotten you just because we don't always see you, right? We don't always see you. In the meetings we had, you can have this choice with all the other teachers. You can either show yourself on video, and about half the teachers do that, or you can just have your name up there. I always had my name up there. You know why, right? Because several of you, and very often, and kindly, you've reminded me that I occasionally forget to comb my hair, or maybe I'm a little wrinkly. So not many people, even on video, have really seen me in the last few days. Just waving at the neighbor. He doesn't understand why I'm talking to my music stand, but maybe he thought I was odd already, I'm not sure. But nobody has forgotten you, and I hope that you can see this as an opportunity to maybe spend more time with your family and still make the progress that you can, but not feel a lot of pressure.